I just read a book. It was called Atomic Habits, and this book, I can't say it lightly, guys, it has completely changed my life. I decided after reading that book that I was going to embark on a journey to committing myself to habits and doing them every single day. And in this book, I learned something really powerful about the compound effect. And it goes over a concept called the 1% rule. And you might ask yourself, how is 1%, how is tiny changes in my life going to make any sort of change or lasting change in my life or in my habits or in my health or whatever it may be? And to answer that, we really just have to look at finances, and we have to look at how people accumulate money and how interest works and how compound interest works. And I'll give you the simple math. If you take $1 a day and you put it into a piggy bank, 365 days a year, you're gonna have $365. Now, if you do that for the next 50 years, $1 a day, after those 50 years in that piggy bank, you're gonna have about $18,000 because about 18,000 plus days in 50 years. Now, sounds really great. Now just imagine you take that $1 bill and you put it into something called an ETF. It goes into the S&P 500 and it follows the stock market, which by the way, the last 50 years has gone up and had an annual return of about 11%. If you put that $1 a day and did that for 50 years, and an 11% compound interest would start accumulating, essentially interest on top of interest on top of interest, and it would keep accruing. At the end of that 50 years, instead of having $18,000, you would have about $680,000. Crazy, right? That is the power of compound interest. And my friends, that is the power of 1% shifts and compounding our habits and our lifestyle choices day in and day out. So my question is to you guys is, what in your life can you do 1% better? And now let's do the math on what that looks like for you in your personal life. If you committed today to get 1% better, what does that look like? That's doing something you didn't do yesterday and committing to it today. And yes, there will be days that you slip, but you stay committed that I'm just gonna grow just a little bit. And this is the power of compounding. If you got 1% better, by the end of that year, 365 days later, you would be about 37 times more powerful and potent. You did it for 2 years, you'd be about 1,400 times more powerful and more potent. If you did it over 5 years, you'd be millions times more powerful and potent. And if you did that for 10 years, and again, 10 years, guys, 1% better, there's gonna be days that we slip 100%. But if you committed to growing yourself 1% every single day for 10 years, you would be a quadrillion times more powerful and potent. Guys, that quadrillion number seems like a crazy, fake, made-up number, and it's not though. It's real. It's what is possible and the potential that lies within each and every single one of us. We have no clue what is possible for us. And it's really how we make the biggest changes in our life, how we create our destiny and the things that we really want to create, is we got to commit right here, right now. How can I get a little bit better? Tony Robbins has a quote that people overestimate what they can do in a couple months to a year and completely underestimate what they can do in a decade. So guys, get that big vision, get that grand vision for where it is that you want your life and your health, your vitality to be, but choose right here and right now today. I'm gonna get 1% better and watch your life unfold beautifully.